The Islanders win the hockey game! I woke the cat up. The Islanders won a hockey game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Belmont Bunch, where it is the first time in 6 years the New York Islanders have won a hockey game. At least that's what it feels like. So, let's go through the game. Jordan Eberle brought his big boy skates. What was that? Anyway, Jordan Eberle brings his big boy skates to this game. He was shot out of cannon. And the Isles, who were early on, the forecheck was better and the pressure was better. Michael Dal-Colle played a really, really good game. They might have found something with the second line. Sorry, there's something in my eye. Or it's just Michael Dal-Colle bringing tears to my eyes. So what they do right in the first period and mostly throughout the game, forechecking was back to what the Islanders need, because a lot of our offense, I think if you hadn't noticed before, you notice now. Our offense, it's 90% causing turnovers and scoring off them. And the other 10% is Anders Lee power play goals off of, or Anders Lee deflections from in front or tap-ins, stuff like that. We'll get to that, though. So the first goal, the Brock, Dal-Colle, and Eberle line, the newly established line, they get on the board through Brock getting it into the zone, just chipping it towards the middle, and Dal-Colle, I don't even know if he... I want to give him a lot of credit because I think he played a great game, but I'm not even sure if he saw Eberle, and he just kind of put it into open space, which I'm fine with anyway, and Eberle was streaking off the bench, comes in, gets a backhand, past Jarry, and it's 1-0 Islanders. Now, we would give that back because that is what the Islanders do. And Mr. Pierre-Olivier Joseph. Sorry, I almost forgot for a sec. He gets his first of his career. He has a lot of offensive skill. It already appears. He has to improve his defensive game a little bit, but it's probably better than playing Matheson. Matheson, by the way, did play in this game, and I did notice him, which is a good thing for Penguins fans. So, Joseph gets that goal on a play where the Isles' spacing defensively is horrible. Andy Green follows Gensel all the way to the boards, and, it kind of leaves his D partner, Dobson, kind of screwed, and so he passes it to Joseph, who jumps up in the play and rips one home. It looks like a forward shooting. So Joseph looks like a problem for the future for the Islanders because he's got good offensive instincts. That would tie the game, and the Isles would respond, though. Just a few minutes later, Michael Dal-Colle wins a battle in the slot, just kind of scuffs it over to Brock Nelson. Brock Nelson, from his knees, gets a good shot off that gets stopped, and Eberle in front taps in the rebound. And that line, wow. A lot of fun tonight. Michael Dal-Colle, not just the results. You get the two apples, but he was skating really well. He was defending the puck. His forecheck was good. Michael Dal-Colle right now deserves to stay on that line, and Josh Bailey can drop. If Bo is back next game, I think Bailey's got to be on the third line because Bailey did not play a good game. Michael Dal-Colle, congratulations. Reward him with playing time, please. And by the way, Barry put together a decent lineup tonight. Leo Komarov played a decent game in this as well. He did have one kind of faltering play where he created a chance for Pittsburgh, but it's only one. And that is good for him. And he actually did have some good forechecking as well, and he looked a little bit faster than he has looked. It's probably, Islanders get like a week off based on the games that got canceled. I miss you guys. And yeah, now I get to do this fun recap after all that. In a game where Michael Dal-Colle and Leo Komarov played great. So the world has ended, and I am in heaven. So Malkin gets one back. End of the second period. Isles are terrible in the first and last minute of periods this year. It's a terrible giveaway where it's Nelson is there receiving the pass, but it's not a good pass from Mayfield, who's flat-footed, and with only like 10, 15 seconds left, if he has to, I don't mind him just looping that up into the pen zone. In normal play, you wouldn't want to just give possession away like that, but there's only a few seconds left. Keep the play in front of you. And I mean, he did. He played it in front of him, but he put Brock in a bad position. Brock gets stripped, and Malkin comes in on a 2-on-1 and rips one home. Varley had no shot on that. Varley had no shot on the first one either. Varley played really well tonight, though. He made a lot of saves in close on some tip plays from Brian Rust. So Varley was sharp. He played, and he made a huge save on Sidney Crosby. Did the splits and everything. Looked like Leonard from a couple years ago against these same Penguins. So 2-2 after 2, and it's frustrating because as we've seen, the Islanders can't outscore their mistakes, it seems. And Guentzel gets one to start the third, and my head goes down. This is Casey Cizikas leaving his man too early, and Guentzel in the middle of the slot. He's got a decent shot. Didn't mean to rhyme that. All right. So that is 3-2 Penguins, early third. But not too long later, Casey Cizikas would redeem himself with a good forecheck, throws it back into the slot. Cal Clutterbuck rips it home, and that's the first time I've noticed him in a positive light this year. So Cal Clutterbuck ties the game, and from there, man, this game was excellent. Just from I'm sure neutral fans would have found this game excellent, and neutral fans don't seem to like the Islanders too much. So I think that was a change of pace. Speaking of pace, this game had great pace. There was I don't think there were any whistles in the third until the penalty, the delay of game penalty, and that felt like it was going to be the only type of penalty they called tonight because they were not calling anything. The only thing they called was interference on both teams at one point, and that was a horrible call, so I think maybe the refs were like, I'll tuck the whistle away for the rest of the night. But you have to call that, of course, so they made the refs make the call. And the Isles score on the ensuing power play with just a couple minutes left. Anders Lee in his office, although usually it's like a tip, but he passes home the rebound off of a decent Jarry save on a rip of a one-timer from Pollock. The power play did a good job moving the puck. Eberle passed up on a shot wide open in the slot with a chance for a hat trick. He gets a pass because of the game, and he passed it too. And the Isles hold off. It gets a little bit dicey at the end there, but you get a diving play from Brock at the end just to kind of see it out, and that's it. The Isles so badly needed this game. It's a packed division. You didn't give up the second point. You didn't give Pittsburgh the loser point. That is huge. They're a team you're chasing. They're now a team you're only 1 point down to. So as bad as it has been, as my friends pointed out in my group chat, it is a 3-game point streak for the Islanders. It ends a 5-game losing streak, but they had 2 straight OT games. So maybe there is something. There were something a little bit generated from the Philly games, but they made just one less mistake tonight. And yeah, it's a huge win, huge win. And the Isles, if they want to keep this offense going, I would keep Michael Dal Colle where he is. And the forechecking needs to be like this constantly. So let's see what it's like in a couple days when they play the Rangers, and it's not on 5 days rest. Let's see what that forecheck looks like then, because, I expected them to have jumped tonight. So, yeah, 5 days off. We'll do that. And the Islanders continue to look good in the face-off circle, and, hey, the power play goes 1 for 1. And they don't commit any penalties, which is good. They have been doing a bad job in terms of discipline. But that's it. Enjoy it. Get the Rangers in a couple days on Monday. Enjoy the Super Bowl, everyone. And stay safe. Let's go Islanders.